everybody. My CI button.
Yo, GM, everybody. Hope you are doing all right. Welcome to Web3 Breakfast. It is Tuesday, July 1st. The second half of the year has begun. Quarter 3 has begun. You know, we like to say H1 and H2 around here. That's kind of what we were going with. And so H2 is begun today. I also got to try something here. We're going to talk about a bunch of things that are going on in crypto, Web3 right now. And talking, how does it relate to like adoption and stuff, and how's it going to work? But before we do that, I want to see if I can, because my alarm just went off. So that means it's time for me to do a mugshot. And so I'm going to do one of these live for you guys. Look, here we go. We're on Mugshot. I got my sustainable mug. It's filled with coffee. I just filled it up. And so let's go coffee. I'm going to just show you how easy this is to do. And if you do this stuff every day, like, it's going to add up and you're going to earn a bunch of these tokens. You can be cool and be part of the V fam and be part of the V Better DAO. Okay, so we'll switch this back. We're going to do. Got to tilt it so they can see the coffee. All right, you watch me. It's that easy. Use the photo. Is this wait. Oops. Oh, wait. It probably can't do this while I'm on the space. It says it can't load some JavaScript. So I assume that's because we're hogging all the juice for the space here, maybe. I could be wrong. But anyway, GMG guys, thank you so much for joining. If you are watching on the live stream, make sure that you hit the heart, tag some friends, do some things. If you are in the space and you want to chat, talking about the current state of Web3, please come on up. I do have a couple things to go through, so I'll pull through that. And if you are watching the live stream, you can obviously watch along with that. But at any point you want to jump on up to the stage and join the conversation, please do. So the first thing, obviously I was looking at my charts this morning, and let me see, let's share this tab instead, and let's go. Boom, there you go. So it's the total crypto market cap, right? And you can see that we are right now flirting in the middle of the current trend that we're in, right? And it is a multi-year trend, and obviously it's up to the right because we know crypto is a growing ecosystem. And we'll zoom in on here a little bit closer. Let's go to the beginning of this year. Let's see where we're at. We had our epic slide since December, coming down, from our highs of about a $3.67 trillion market, down to 2.32 trillion, right? So healthy drop. Over the course of about 4 or 5 months, like we understand. And again, if you look at the chart here, you can see April we bottomed out. We came back up. We got to a 3.48 trillion. So a nice recovery. But since we're kind of going up and down, playing that volatility thing, sitting at 3.25 right now. However, so when you think about that, we love the idea of huge gains and the bull runs coming, all that stuff. Where are we actually going to go here, right? We kind of zoom out, and I feel like if you were to think 6-7 trillion, that was probably what a lot of people were talking about originally, right? Where we thought we were going. But if we were to stay within our zone here, right, and we got a little bit of outside it right here, but it won't affect it too much in the long run, because this isn't rocket science. We're just trying to do some generals here. But so if you look at getting up to a $5 trillion market cap, that's something that we could definitely do by the end of the year. Especially, even by the end of this quarter, right? By the end of quarter 3, we got July, August, September, and then October, November, December. That's quarter 4, in case you didn't know. But so, that's a 53% pump to get us up to a 5 trillion on the market cap. What's it going to take to get us there? I certainly hope it's not things like FartCoin. Now, this is one of those things, I had said something the other day when there was a post from an exchange that was listing a Homer Simpson coin. And to me, it's like, what are we celebrating listing this bullshit for at this point? Like, we shouldn't be. Meme coin season is toast. It is dead right now. There's no need to be trying to suck more liquidity out of anybody. We know the stats. We know the figures. Pump.fun just ripped the liquidity out of everybody who participated, with the very small exception of about 100 people who were maybe 10 grand in profit. For the most part, everybody fucking lost on Pump.fun. I didn't participate. I at that point, I was doing other memes. I did not do Pump. And thank goodness, because it obviously is a loser's game. Anyway, so you look at stuff like this, FartCoin, a $1.1 billion market cap. I mean, you can't take that seriously. No one's going to take crypto seriously when you look at stuff like that. Here's a story on the other side of the spectrum, though. We've got the SEC potentially approving Grayscale's 5 crypto spot ETFs before the July 2nd deadline. That's tomorrow. July 2nd is tomorrow. So that's stuff we got to be looking at. I mean, this is, we can go through this article. We could talk about this one, if you guys want to in a conversation, but, 5 crypto spot ETFs would be massive. Again, why is that so massive? And especially when you see, or you look at, maybe the broad spectrum of the, the coins. And again, Cardano is probably the farthest down in the market cap, but we've heard stories about, all sorts of coins potentially getting an ETF. And what that does is opens us up to the future of an index fund. And that, my friends, is where the big money is made. So, all right, we've got a great story here about the SEC potentially approving 5 crypto spot ETFs by tomorrow. In nerd stupid state news, Connecticut governor signs a law blocking state from establishing a Bitcoin and crypto reserve. I saw a post from it was a big name in the space today after we all saw this, and it was like the typewriter was rejoicing. It's like, hey, I've been saved. It's just crazy that what are you backing out of like Bitcoin for right now? And it's probably okay, right? Because they're, it will create a little bit more of the competition in there. And then obviously states will change their mind once they realize the grave mistake that they've made, only triggering other additional FOMO, I'm sure. And so, if you know, if you don't understand, I don't have time to explain to you, is what Satoshi said. So I'm not going to be that rude. I'm actually going to, if you need some explaining, you come to me for explaining. And then this is actually local news. And then again, guys, if anybody wants to come up and chat about just kind of the state of crypto and their opinion, all that stuff, please, by all means, if you're watching on the stream and you're thinking like, all right, yeah, let's chat, let's do this. Come on over to X. JChains X is my account. You can see it on the stream, so you know how to get there. Pop on in and pop up to the stage. Carrie, come on up. Okay, so this was a story that was in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. One of my friends here in Atlanta that I know from the Atlanta Blockchain Center sent it to me, and it's about Marlon. Marlon Williams is the founder of the ABC, the Atlanta Blockchain Center here in Atlanta, and he had over $1 million stolen from him. He thought it was an employee that he had, a disgruntled employee. Turns out it was a North Korean hacker posing as a dev. And so, the anonymous nature and decentralized nature of the workforce in crypto, that's potentially a problem, right? Like, is that what you would think reading this article? This coming from the Wall Street Journal? I mean, we'd have to go through the whole thing to get our key takeaways from it. But I believe, it's a FUD article, right? I unfortunately feel like we're still in that phase where FUD articles are going to work. But it's time for our industry to grow up. And again, you heard me say, and I've talked about the meme coin ecosystem before and how I understand there's an importance to it. And if you look at, the degen nature of it, look at society. We've got, Vegas, we've got, Amsterdam, we've got, other places where, things are not, say, the norm everywhere else. And I'll use maybe just domestically here is that, we've got Beale Street, Bourbon Street, 6th Street in Austin, for heaven's sake, Atlantic City, stuff like that. You've got some places where people will go and, it's not the typical behavior. So, Carrie, my brother, what's up, my G?
GMGM, what's up, dude? Nothing is up at all. I literally heard you call me out, so I was like, fuck, I won't. I'll bounce up there and say hello.
Well, I love that.
Canada Day. Today's Canada Day.
Well, happy Canada Day, brother. That's
yeah, we have our own day.
What do you guys do?
It's like it's like July 4th. Basically, we just drink. We just drink our faces off.
Sounds about
That's
right.
great. Is that Lady Boss in the house on Canada Day?
Oh,
Holy shit!
What's up, Lady Boss?
What's up, boss?
So what is the
anyway?
Pardon my naivete.
We don't have any real traditions.
But what is Canada?
I think it's like oh, for fuck, you put me on spot. It's is it the Coronation Day? No, it's not Coronation Day. Is it the day that where Canada became a country? I think. Maybe?
Canada Day, formerly known as Dominion Day, is the National Day of Canada, a federal statutory holiday. It celebrates the anniversary of Canadian Confederation, which occurred on July 1st,
yeah, Confederation Day,
1867.
Not Coronation Day, Confederation Day, which means it's basically the birthday of Canada. So it's not. I thought it was Victoria Day yesterday, which is like another statutory holiday we have where we celebrate the second last queen because she was especially an awesome queen. She was like went through all through like the world wars and stuff, and like she like pretty much like without a king, it's held. You know, like that's why they like saying God save the queen for so long. And then they had another queen after that, Elizabeth. She was pretty cool too.
Do you think they'll ever say stuff like "Long live the sailor" or "Long live the Satoshi"?
No, they already say God save the king, and it's lame. We don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's stupid.
Nah,
guys, big ears and.
Thank God.
Loungers around with strange women.
How do you, so if you've got like Confederate, and I was actually talking to somebody about this at some point. I think it was my brother and my cousin and I. So last week, obviously, you guys now is in New York for Permissionless and NFT NYC, and all the festivities and everything ended on Thursday evening. Did all the events, did all the the side stuff, and had a fantastic networking time. And then Friday, all day Friday, and then Saturday, got a chance to hang out with my cousin and my brother, and we were having this conversation kind of about, I think it was, what nations are still like under, not the rules so much, but are under like still follow like the king and the all that stuff. And so y'all even though you have like your own freedom, you still
we're part of the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep, the Commonwealth.
Yeah. We're all so there's us. There's I believe that Australia is still in there. The Bahamas was for a long time. I think they got like their independence, but they're still technically part of the Commonwealth. Like I was able to get like when I was fucked up and stuck on a cruise ship and not allowed back through the States, I was able to like fly back from the Bahamas because it was part of the Commonwealth, and we have friendly terms with the Bahamas. So like because Bahamas is under the UK and Canada is under the UK, then we both got like I got safe passage through the United States on a plane directly from Bahamas to Canada. So yeah, there's different parts of the world that still like abide by that. I think Pakistan might be part of it. Pakistan, however it's pronounced, wherever you're from, that one's part of the Commonwealth, I think, because isn't Pakistan the part of India that basically England kept or something? I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'm not sure how about my Indian English political. I just know that for a long time India it was like Persia or something, and then England came and they like tried to own all of it, and then they like gave most of it back, but then they kept Pakistan, I think, something like that.
So it seems like there's quite a few, right? Like Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Botswana, Cameroon, Canada, Cyprus, Dominica. Yeah, there's a lot.
It's what they would call an empire back in the day, right? It's like they've maintained an empire, and for a while, like I said, a lot of India was owned by not owned, but looked after by the the UK.
So can we full circle moment this, you think, and say that is much analogous to crypto right now, very much segmented, all fighting for the same cause, but completely distributed and doing their own thing 100% completely?
We should have some kind of like a commonwealth of crypto nations, I think. Like maybe not a commonwealth with like a king and queen, but like something where it's like a UN, a United Nations of crypto nations. You know what I mean? I don't think that would be a bad idea.
So like
And then
instead
there
of
would be
like no, like instead of adding like the projects, I think when you say the nations, you add the communities. So it's like the strategic alliance of all the crypto communities. So we get like, you know, the Cosmo. What do you guys call yourself? Like the Link Marines, the Cosmonauts, or the Cosmo Killers?
I don't think. Yeah, we know we try not to call ourselves anything because we're nerdy enough. We don't need to like add another layer of lameness.
Well, is it really lame? Because like, here's the deal, man. Like, this is what I like to say. This is what I like
The
to say.
cosmonauts.
Imagine,
I guess if some people might call themselves cosmonauts,
all
I
right,
don't. I just like
at least that,
I
you
just
know,
I'm down with cosmos.
it's something there, right? So I think, you know, if
But
you
I see what you're
were,
saying. Yeah, all these communities should be like coming together. That's why we've got like. That's why I'm big on Polaris right now. This new. It's like a. Well, it's trying to be a wallet, but it's not really a wallet. But it's like more of a DApp.
uh-huh.
But it's like you can bridge shit, dude. Now with Polaris, like check out Polaris. Like just open up your Kepler wallet and go to Polaris and like look at all the shit you can bridge. It's crazy. You can like bridge like Solana to Cosmos. You can bridge like Bitcoin across. It's EVM compatible, so you can get Ethereum across. Then you can convert your like Ethereum to Solana and shit like for like a fraction of the fees.
Mm.
It's awesome.
You
Yeah,
know,
all
Polaris
over.
is also a new class of mixed reality surgeon tools. Very interesting.
Surgeon's tools.
Yeah. You know, like
Cutting people open.
yeah, like a surgeon. Let's see.
Mm.
What does their thing say? Well, I just lost it. A new class of mixed reality surgical technology that provides surgeons with precise and efficient information in real time to streamline procedures.
Okay, so this is like the Da Vinci machine, maybe, so that it's like there's an interface. So it's not just tools. It's you're like using like a robot basically to perform um the procedure.
No, no,
So
no,
you've
no,
got
no, no,
like
no. It's
you've got an interface.
it's still their hands. It's just it's an augmented
Really?
reality device that like overlays over your surgery so that you can
Oh,
check
cool.
vitals. It looks like a very interesting system. Let's see here.
So like goggles? They're like Google goggles?
Yeah, are you watching the stream?
No, I'm sorry. It's hard to watch the stream and be on
That's a
the
real
space at the same
you know
time.
what? Yeah, that's a very good point. And my apologies for that. But yeah,
So
it's
good.
like it's a headset that you wear. It's called the Stellar Knee
Okay.
version 2.0. Precision transformed, complexity removed, revolutionizing surgery.
Okay, so that I can get that doesn't scare me so much as like something that's actually like across the room.
I mean, it's basically
Just augmenting your vision, right? It's
it's
just
basically
augmenting
the
like what you
same.
see there,
It's
so you can
basically
say
the
like,
same
oh,
goggles that they wear to cover their face for surgery, but now they've got like tools where it says like, let's
don't
see.
cut that wire.
Yeah,
You
seriously, it's
know,
like
don't.
overlays of like your lateral, your medial, like all sorts of things with pre-op alignments. Damn, dude. Like I'd love my doc to have some tech like that.
Yeah, for real. Just a backup. You know what I mean? Like an insurance policy for your internals.
Is this like a publicly traded company? Can we invest in this? Can we, now that we got like digital stocks? Microsoft and HoloLens are trademarks of the Microsoft group of companies. So are they? Is this Polaris like the? There's a star. Is this Polaris like the Wave Runners and shit?
Oh my God. Did we start talking about crypto and then this is what happened?
Well, see, that's the thing, man. Like nothing's mutually exclusive anymore, right? You've got
It's really
Solana
not.
running, you know, tokenized stocks. I will be very interested for the next Ondo announcement. Gonna be a good one.
So, okay, you don't have anything that you like need to tell us all, do you?
No.
Like, you haven't got like any pickles or beef that you're in?
Oh, no, that listen,
Okay.
I'm gonna absolutely pay zero attention to that. Zero.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
zero attention.
So it's like,
That's like absurdity to another level. Like Just no thanks.
Cool. Enough said. So, yeah, if you're if you want to swap tokens, I'm telling you, this Polaris thing.
All right. So what do I look up? So I got to go through the Kepler wallet.
You don't need to go through Kepler. I think you should just be able to type in like the Polaris DApp, and then like it's just fantastic. Like the number of tokens that you can like pipe through there, and into I would imagine your like it's a Polaris wallet, like as opposed to being your like Osmosis portfolio or your Osmosis wallet, it would be like your Polaris wallet, right? So I'm not sure exactly what the URL is, but so be careful. Don't just go to any old site.
Just drained.
No, usually it's like polariszone.io or some shit.
Oh, there's so many Polarises. There's Polaris.app, Polaris_app. Oh my god. I definitely clicked something.
Ooh.
Now my computer's slow.
No. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You don't even have Kepler installed.
Here we go. So I found an article that came out on CoinDesk. Oh, I need to create an account to read. What is wrong with them now?
An account? You don't just connect your wallet. Are you kidding me?
No. CoinDesk. To read a CoinDesk article, they need me to log in. Like,
oh, that's horseshit. Excuse my French Canadian.
Why don't you guys say like moose shit? You should say that. Like, pardon my moose shit.
That's just moose shit, eh?
Sorry, no, because you gotta apologize. You gotta say sorry for my moose droppings, eh?
Sorry, but that's moose shit, eh?
I apologize for my moose droppings on your toe. That's kind of Irish. That's PolarisSolutions.io. You think that's the one? We're just gonna click a link at this point.
Don't just click a link at any point. But
yeah. We'll look it up some other day.
Man, yeah, I'll look it up one day, and we'll have it ready. We'll do a Cosmos day one day.
Yeah, we should.
I'll show you around.
I want to start doing some more focused stuff. So yeah, let's have a day like that where we get, some devs from the crypto side. We get some team. We get some NFT stuff. We just have like a whole.
If we did just if we could do an Avalanche day with Mike easily. He knows enough people in Avalanche now that we could do an Avalanche day. We could do like a Cosmos day, easy. Like I don't know, like tons of people that would file in here for like just a rando, like get to like push like like a shill day or whatever. You know what I mean? Just have some fun, meet some people, add some followers.
I do. So I have been talking to, because I've been starting to use a lot of the VeChain, VBetterDAO, like dApps and stuff, apps or whatever.
A VeChain day, that'd be awesome, dude.
I'm gonna do like a whole VeChain week. I'm gonna do like a whole VeChain week. To be honest with you. There's way too much action to pack into one day. Like, oh, Mike.
No, I know you've got
in the house. Oh,
hey, Mike Lowry. Yeah, that's a Cosmos user right there.
There you go. Plus, we got people watching the live stream. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. Hit the heart. Hit the heart. Crypto ready for. Do you think? Okay, so if someone were to ask you, Carrie, is crypto ready for real adoption? What is your answer?
Well, okay. So I'd say like it's been ready. No. People are not ready. And it's probably not ready yet. I was just looking for like a new hardware wall last night because I turned on my fucking ledger and it came up with like an E7 error, which is a battery error, which scared the shit out of me because I'm like, then suddenly started thinking all the worst things that could possibly happen. And like, what if I can't get into my ledger because like the battery literally dies and it won't charge up?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, there's got to be a better solution than this. And so I started looking at other solutions. I found Tangem. That's like the card-based system. It's like how Ballet used to be, but it's a little bit more like sneaky.
Yeah.
It's NFC. It's NFC based. There's no screens. There's no moving parts. There's no cables.
I had learned, and now I have found it out. It is proof because I've done my own research and I've talked to the projects that I've seen at the conference since then. So I talked to Adam Lowe with Arculus when I was in Toronto, at Consensus, and I did an interview with him, and you know, he let me know all the things that he has done before and the stuff that they're involved in, and you know what Arculus is doing. And Arculus has pretty much lent or sold its technology or leased, or you know, depending on, you know, different terms and agreements, and I'm sure there's a lot of NDAs and all that stuff, but some are proud to say that, you know, their cards basically you know, come from Arculus, and they just put like their own logos and all their stuff on there. So a lot of that technology has actually been built by Arculus for Web 2 and Web 3 purposes. And so I would at this point, I'm showing you one that I got. I have several of these things now. I trust Arculus.
Dude, the cards, I think, is the way.
About it,
I think the card is the way to onboard more people, because you need to have, in this day and age, you need to have hardware wallet. And like Ledger is just like too esoteric. You know what I mean? Like there's people are not able to like wrap their little walnut around using a fucking Ledger the first lifetime. Like my mom is like, I don't even want to touch that thing. You know, I'm like, you might have to one day though. And like, I'll have friends to help you and whatever. But like, she's like, I don't even want to think about it. Like, whereas like a card, at least she could use it. Like you know, she can tap that on her, and any phone is going to have NFC technology.
NFC technology, and, but even at the end of the day, like even if NFC technology goes out of the way, you get yourself,
still has
to generate a seed phrase, so you can.
It still has a seed phrase.
You can open. So
yeah, you can still plug it into any old hot wallet, right?
Correct. And you know,
so at the end of the day, it's
and then send it over to a new cold storage or whatever you need to do. If that technology fades and you decide to do something different, but again, yeah, you always have a wallet that, you know, would be cold, and you know, even if that technology goes obsolete, that's just better for you if you've protected your seed phrase.
Yeah. Well, and I've checked into it as well, because I'm like that kind of guy. I looked up what happens if Tangem goes out of business. Now their software for their app is on GitHub, so any fucking like Aiden could like take the software, recompile it, put it back on the App Store, and you could have access to your, like, there's not going to be any adding of new tokens or anything like that, but you could at least access the stuff that is on there already.
Yeah, there was actually,
which is neat. It's like
I saw an article about, I think it was like a popular wallet, man. I can't remember which, I cannot remember which chain it's on or whatever, but they were going out and under, but they said like, you know, we're not going to continue to develop for it. We're not going to continue to do updates for it. You know, at some point it won't be available in the app store, but if you've got it, you know, you just treat it as a wallet. Like you've got the keys to it. It's non-custodial. So, you know, if you're not going to move it, we're not going to take them from you. Like, you know, it's yours.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like people forget, it's not like it's stored on your wallet. It's stored on the blockchain, on the internet. The wallet just contains those keys to allow you to access that box on the internet.
Not your keys, not your cheese. And that includes those NFTs. People laughed when I said that.
Includes those NFTs, man. Did they laugh?
Yeah.
Someone was like the other day trying to come up with it, and they were like, not your keys, not your cash, I think is how the saying goes. And I'm like, oh my God, you sound like such an idiot. You got to talk to JChains for real.
Not your keys,
but,
not your keys.
Anyway, so to go back to the original question, do I think that like the world is ready for like what was it, Web3 or crypto? Did you say?
Is crypto ready for adoption? Is crypto in a place? Like, do we think that like with the current setup and situation that we could handle a bit like say the population of the country is 350 million, and there's not everybody's going to be banking and doing crypto right away. So let's just say, and this would be, I don't know.
Well, Bitcoin is here, right? Bitcoin is here. We have Bitcoin, and we know that's a commodity, and we have it on the stock market available for purchase by stock people, regular old stock people. And then we've got Ethereum is next, right? Like we've got Ethereum coming next. And then in Canada, I've heard that they're doing an XRP one. So like that makes like people like very, very happy. And so like soon it'll be like, you know, once all these ETFs start flooding in and people from the stock market can just like easily buy, like that's going to be the tipping point, I think. And it's coming, it's right around the corner.
So we're going to get it from, We're going to get it from all the levels, right? Because not everybody's into investing in stocks, but I know like the younger generation is because they can do it on the all and everything apps or whatever. But you know,
and they have their Robin Hood or whatever.
Right. And they just over in Europe yesterday went live with tokenized stocks. So like that's a done deal. That will continue to expand and grow. But you got to think about the people who are not exposed to investing, who don't do that, you know, in general nature, but have the opportunity to do that through their bank account very soon, right? When banks offer the capability of you to, and who knows how it's going to go, if you're going to get stablecoin options, if you'll get, you know, options to get into Bitcoin, Ethereum, stuff like that, or if you'll be forced to get into like the Bank of America bucks and like go on like a private, who knows how it's going to look. We just know that they are good to start going on that. By the way, really quick, GM to my guy Chris, what is up, my brother? We've also got King Snooch down in the panel, in the crowd, but also leaving a chat. Paulie TV, my guy. Thank you all for leaving some chats. That's where it's at. Just live on X these days. We're not live on YouTube. YouTube, I like to just chop up the clips and put them there, and then air the shows later as like a video. So, working out well. I like it. So there he is. What's up, my dude? Yeah, I would love to get your take on the is mass adoption, you know, are we ready here for it? Because you live a very interesting life, just like Carrie. You know, you live an artist life, but you're here in crypto. My guy King Snooch is big into the gaming ecosystem, does a shitload of travel, but is also plugged into crypto. What's up, my brother?
Sorry, I had to mute a few things in the background. Had some games going on.
You're
Didn't want it kind of overwhelming. Dude, things are fucking great, man. It's been a hot minute since Toronto. Can't wait to connect with you again. Any chance you're going to Vegas for Rare Evo?
That is the goal. So I was talking with Adam.
That's
I think our plan is to do the influencer awards out there, and I'll be like hosting emceeing that. So that'll be a fun night.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
So just a little plug here. I am putting together a content media house for gaming side with Rare Evo. It should be on their website as well.
Nice.
Where we're gonna have some contests going. I know Ascent Rivals is gonna be doing a tournament there where whoever has the fastest time. Now this isn't like announced yet, but we're working on the details of this. But it's quite possible that the person that gets the fastest time may get to ride in a Shelby Mustang to the Shelby Museum in Vegas.
Yo, that's pretty dope. I just hopped up to write on my whiteboard that I got to do, and I want to organize like an entire show for the Rare Evo stuff. So, you know, even from like Wes and those guys, you know, to the projects are going to be there, everything. I think that, you know, that would be,
it's going to be a dope freaking event. So good. Like they have so many really good projects that are going to be at Rare Evo this year.
Yeah.
Midnight's going to be there. Sundial is going to be there. FP Block's going to be there. Like I know a bunch of big projects. FP Block, I believe they're going to be actually building an app from start to finish in an hour live at the event.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what the app's going to be about?
Nope, they're not sure. Well, they're one of our clients at Genzio, but I couldn't say that anyway. Even if I did know, but I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, it's going to be a dope freaking event. Midnight's got a whole bunch of announcements they're going to be sending out there. Like, honestly, I'm pretty pumped about it. That one's going to be a sick one. Yeah. And then after that, I'll be heading out to Seattle after that one. We got another content house we're putting together for PAX West, which is a not Web3 related, but it's just a gaming event there for traditional gamers. That's going to be fucking dope as hell. I was borderline considering trying to do Gamescom in Germany, but it's literally right in the middle of doing both those houses. And I don't know if I could manage pulling that off. I've got to run both houses. I'm in charge of it, and finishing up the Vegas one on the 10th, and then flying out to Germany for the 20th, and then being back for the 30th for the next house. It's just, I don't know if I can pull it off.
You'll be tired. No rest for the wicked.
But
yeah, that,
you know that. My family will miss me.
What's that?
I said, I'll be tired. My family will miss me. It'll be like the whole month of August I'm gone.
Right. Right. I'm thinking about what I've got coming up this year at the end of August. I think I'm going to be going out to Hong Kong, participating in the Bitcoin conference out there, doing media. Hopefully, been working, possibly getting some stage time out there. So we'll see. We'll see how all of that
brother.
goes. That'd be fun. But definitely
Gotta be
doing.
dope as hell.
Yeah, and then there's a
And
lot of things. I want to get out to Singapore. That's in early October. Get a fight going. I might fight Harley in Miami. He called me out recently, so I got to do like a response on that. It'll be coming soon.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
mean, that's an easy fight.
Yeah,
for me.
dude.
I kind of feel bad for the guy. Like I'm gonna beat his ass so fast. Like it's gonna. I think in my mind, it's a 2-punch fight. Like I punch him once, I punch him twice, and then he hits the ground.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though. It takes one good hit to the chin can take you out.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna protect my. Hey, listen. I learned the hard way my last fight. When you punch, answer the fucking phone. That's what you do. Always answer the phone.
Yeah. My neighbor's a boxer, and he gave me a few crash courses on how quickly you can get taken out if you don't cover.
Well, they say everybody's got a puncher's chance, right? Like, and it's so true. You leave yourself exposed, uncovered for absolutely just a second. You can, and with someone who knows what they're doing, they can take you down pretty quick.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, we should have you over to the content house for Rare Evo. Do like a live broadcast of, just what kind of shit you got going on with the Web3 Breakfast Club and everything.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm totally down.
We'll have the whole media team there from Genzio, so.
Hey, there it is. I'm into that. Let's set up. And I want to do, honestly, do a thing soon. Talking about all the, the projects and the whole idea of it. I've got actually, I'm not going to show you guys this. I'll show you this backside so you can't steal it if you're watching the stream. But I got a free ticket QR code here. It's got the code and everything, but I'm not going to tell it to you. So not yet. I got to talk to them, make sure we can talk about that still. But that'll be exciting, man. I'm gonna have a good time out there. So hopefully it'll be a big, good group that ends up coming out there, because that will be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Again, the whole Shelby Mustang thing isn't announced yet. We're just waiting on a response from them, but it looks like it's pretty close to buttoned up. That'll be just so fucking dope as hell to just have the cars at the house and everything.
I'm gonna one up you, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna pick a lucky winner to ride around in a let's see, do I want to rent a Lamborghini or
let's go.
Let's go. We'll just ride around for the day. We'll go to
let's go.
Planet 13. We'll go hit all the hospitals.
Dude, my son would lose his mind about that. Unfortunately, he's not going to Vegas, so. But one of these days, I'm just gonna rent a freaking Lamborghini or something like that. Just rent it for a day and just drive it home, pick him up, and just take him around town in the thing. He's 10 years old, and he sees all the people on YouTube and the streamers and content creators and shit. And he talks about Lamborghinis all the time and how awesome they are and everything. I don't think he understands that you can just rent one. I think he thinks that only millionaires and billionaires have Lamborghinis. So if I just show up one day, I'm totally just going to throw him for a loop. That'd be so dope. I have to create content on it.
Oh, dude, that's funny as hell. Web3 AIGI, what's up, fam? How are you?
Hello, everyone. Great space. I was just going through the space menu, and I got to see the current state of Web3. So I was interested, and I'm here.
Perfect, man. What do you think?
So,
give me your view of Web3 right now. And when I say Web3, I mean to be all encompassing, and you can get as granular as you would like to. So that includes NFTs, that includes blockchain in general, that includes meme coins, crypto, whatever. Web3 is all encompassing, but go at your pace.
Yeah. First of all, I'm going to start with blockchain adoption. Yeah, I feel personally that globally, blockchain adoption is just 6%. Yeah, we've not gone that far. Yeah, around globally, we just we're still getting there. We're not there yet. So I want to talk about how what brought about blockchain at first. Yeah, the moment we could send money from an app to someone else, give birth to digital money. Yeah. But the only problem there that it was kind of centralized. It was centralized, and we had to, create blockchain to give you ownership to your digital money. That was the limitation that the central entity had, and we had to get blockchain to make it decentralized. Yeah. So blockchain came in, Bitcoin, yeah, came in to give you ownership to your digital assets. Yeah, Bitcoin was nice. It was the first. It was massive. Yeah, I love Bitcoin. But Ethereum now came to solve the limitations of Bitcoin. Yeah, this was a direction to innovation. Ethereum solved the limitation to Bitcoin because with Ethereum, we could, you could have more than just digital money as an asset on blockchain. Yeah, and based on how the mechanism of Bitcoin, it was proof of work. Yeah, it was high energy. Yeah, and it was expensive. While Ethereum came with this with the proof of stake, it made it less energetic, and it was not as expensive as Bitcoin. Yeah, and it was good. But that was not just what Ethereum came to do. No, I love Ethereum so well because Ethereum gave a platform where you can build. Yeah, with Ethereum, it gave the innovation where we could get other digital assets like visuals that brought NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, visuals brought NFT into the ecosystem. But personally, I feel NFT failed. Yeah, I feel NFT failed because if we go into what is blockchain? Yeah, blockchain
But
is
really
simply
quick, because you say NFT failed, but I would challenge you. I would challenge you specifically on NFT failed because one, it was just the beta test. It was just the beginning. That was the idea of self custody and all that stuff. And
I've been somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go.
I was going somewhere. I didn't really mean like I was going to like break it down to understand why that was like a straight word. Yeah, not necessarily like fail. Yeah. Okay. So now, blockchain is like a network. Yeah. A system that uses network to store to record on a distributive ladder. Yeah. So it was kind of expensive, and we had to had layers. Layer 1, layer 2. Yeah. Layer 1 is like the origin of the blockchain itself. Layer 2 was like an off-chain network running on the on-chain network. So it was kind of cheaper because we could record in badges on a block. Yeah. So that was good. So let's talk about how NFT was created. The initial. Now I love NFT. NFT was like a path to innovation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are in a path to innovation. We are still moving. Yeah, we're working. We're in a journey, and we're getting somewhere. Yeah,
I agree.
NFT came up. NFT came about. First of all, we had the FT, fungible tokens. Yeah, fungible tokens came about with smart contracts. You could get a contract address and get a digital asset on another blockchain. Yeah, because when if you build a digital asset on its blockchain, it becomes crypto, not a token right now. So when you build a digital asset on another blockchain, it becomes token, fungible tokens. So yeah, that is about fungible token now. But if you go around the NFT, you needed to give NFT a token ID. Yeah, this is one of the difference between a token, a fungible token, and a non-fungible token. That is FT and NFT. And you need to give it a metadata. Now, NFT was supposed to bring visuals as assets. Yeah. So for you to at first we're storing this metadata in the blockchain. Yeah. And this is like expensive because just a byte of data on blockchain is expensive. Not talk about megabytes of it. So there was transition where we stay using centralized platform, storage platform. For Stamp goals, we explored and we got into more innovations. Whereby we could have IPFS. Yeah, IPFS was an innovation. Yeah, but it also had limitations. Yeah, it also had limitations, and FartCoin solved the limitations because IPFS wasn't giving you the ability to it was not like it was giving you a platform where you could only pin or host your NFT from a node, an external node. Yeah, it was just like a protocol. Yeah. But FartCoin came and made it like internal. They gave you hosters of for your metadata on the storage. So because of that, we also had a major breakthrough. Arweave, Arweave is a decentralized blockchain specifically to store a large
larger
data.
files and all that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't say NFT is dead because I feel we are transitioning. I just gave a comment dead because now we have SFT, semi-fungible token, and I'm sure that most GameFi protocol want to work with SFT and not really NFT. So I feel we are in a reforming state of limitations, and we are growing. Yeah,
hell yeah, man.
This is just a part of NFT. We also have the point is that innovation is when you look at what is already there and you see the limitations and you try to solve it. That's what we are doing right now. That's Web3.
Yep.
Innovation. We're solving what is already there. So that brings utility. I'll give the chance to someone else to talk about. I think Kings want to say something.
Hey man, I appreciate you, man. That was fantastic input and kind of a nice little synopsis of what you're seeing and where you feel we're at, man. I appreciate you, King Snooch, my dude. What you got for us, my guy? You got to turn those games down again. He was gaming. Anyway, I like what you're saying. Again, the whole the idea of the NFT failed thing again. The amount of people and I'm just going to use this as the example, right? The amount of people that were at NFT NYC this year compared to years past was, minuscule. So like the whole idea of NFTs are dead. I would say there's really not a whole lot of interest at the moment. But again, maybe because you're right, we're back at the drawing board, like we've been saying. It's like, it's time to take what we learned and now we go back and we create the next iteration of it, right? And so, tying them to real world assets, tying NFTs to businesses, tying them to whether it's your gym car, whatever. Like now there's utility based application that's built into NFTs as we know them, or assets as we want to call them, and we kind of go from there. So Snooch, are you back yet or no? I don't want to leave your hand hanging. No. All right then. Gary, where are you feeling we're at with this whole, like what Web3 AGI was on? AIGI.
Dude, are you calling on me?
Well, I was just asking you a question, but no, I was just seeing if you were,
I'm sorry. I have one ear in. I have trying to listen to you. I have one ear in, and my mother is coming at me, and I'm like trying to make sense of both conversations, and I realized that there's no way I can understand what either of you are saying. She's trying to ask me about a fucking hotel or something, and you're like asking me about something technical, and I'm like,
brain overload.
damn, I better and then I heard you just sitting there waiting.
No,
and I'm like, oh shit.
Listen, I was about ready to take the reins back, but it's good. Hey, listen, happy Canada Day. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here and being part of it. I didn't mean to call on you, but all right. Let's on that note, we're out of here for the day. We're good. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Make sure you, if you are watching the live stream, hit the heart on your way out of here. Tag some friends, do some things. We'll be back 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. If you want to chit chat with us, come on up to the stage. I appreciate every single one of you that sat down there. And that's it. Ciao for now, mi amigos.